for stealing a $2 million inheritance. A New Orleans woman was sentenced to prison after pleading guilty to a crime involving a man who lives with autism.
Yeah, a really unusual story. Court records show she posed as an attorney to gain access to the man's estate, even getting him to sign over his property to her. WDSU Sherman DeSalle joins us live from outside the Jefferson Parish Courthouse to break down this unusual case. Sherman.
Yeah, good evening, Travers and Gina. 45-year-old Christina Galjor, she pleaded guilty to theft in this case, and it left one man with a depleted inheritance. It was his neighbor who decided to bring it to light. Erica Dudas is relieved her friend and neighbor, Lawrence Mopsick, will get the help he needs and deserves. For the last 5 years, everything his parents left behind for him has been taken.
I'm glad that I'm putting his money in a place that he can't have, that it's only access to care for him because he doesn't really understand the concept of money very well.
That's something she says 45-year-old Christina Galjor took advantage of. While working at an estate firm in Metairie, court documents show Galjor formed a close friendship with Lawrence, who's autistic, back in 2016. His parents died and left him with a trust fund worth millions. Police records indicate Galjor convinced the man to give her power of attorney. From there, his bank accounts were drained. Lavish expenses were made, including a luxury car, even forcing the man to donate a house left in his name to her. In 2019, Erica Dudas noticed her next-door neighbor looked unkept and disheveled. She started asking him questions.
When he said that one of the lawyers was a woman and that he had feelings for her and that they were probably going to get married, like that expression of seeing red is like, that's how I describe it, is like I got so angry.
Angry enough to call JPSO, who discovered a paper trail egregious enough to make an arrest. This week, Christina Galjor pleaded guilty to felony theft charges and was sentenced to 20 years in prison. Lawrence now has a GoFundMe account set up to help pay for his living expenses and proper care. Erica is grateful her neighbors getting help and urging others who may be concerned about fraud to trust their gut.
And then if you think something's wrong, I mean, there's nothing wrong with calling attention to that and just seeing if there is something wrong.
Pretty bizarre story. Definitely felt for Lawrence after learning about it. But like she says, Erica says there's some silver lining to it. Lawrence has been getting help from all over. That GoFundMe page received about $39,000 in just the last 9 days. He's also getting some proper care. And there's going to be an estate sale soon over all that stuff that was bought with the stolen money. Reporting from the West Bank, Sherman DeSalle, WDSU News.